Game Boys and Game Girls. I'm the Game Boy Guru, and welcome to another live stream. And for January 2026, we have an Atari Lynx double shot. The first game I'm going to be playing of the two will be Gates of Zendocon. This is a horizontal shooter, very colorful, interesting game. It's kind of unique. And so, anyway, let's dive in. Welcome in, Video Game Lover 58. This game is decent. I think so. Yep. So let's see. I need to make sure I map one of my buttons to turbo. I gotta double check which one. That one I've got mapped to turbo. It's weird point values on some of these enemies. Land here for repairs, if you dare. A lot higher scoring in this level. Ooh, that was almost a hit. Okay, I don't need to wait. I don't need to land, so I'm going to keep going. Maybe I can't damage those. Oh, I can use bombs though. Oh, I can only damage them when they open. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yes, the giant blobs. It's funny, you can shoot and bomb the gate, but you can't destroy it. Which is good, because otherwise you'd kind of be in trouble. Space wasps of death. Hey, there we go. I'm guessing that was a boss fight, given how many hits that took. Yep. Nice. Yo, Game Engineer. Just picked this up. I think I might be enjoying it quite a bit. Yeah, it's a quirky and interesting game. Pretty impressive for the Atari Lynx hardware at the time and what this system was capable of as compared to the Game Boy. I mean, it was so advanced in 1989. It's kind of ridiculous how far ahead of the Game Boy it actually was. Did you buy this on Steam, or did you get it on the Switch in that Epix bundle? Steam, yeah. That's what I'm playing right now, is the Steam version. I'm thinking about grabbing the Switch one as well, just to see how it compares, but this is pretty slick how the options allowed me to do it full screen, and it recognized that I was on a 4K display. And so it's scaled to 4K. So that's pretty cool. It's cool that there's parallax. You know, it's a little herky-jerky, but it still works. Oh, that's right, your rocket boosters in the back can damage enemies. That's a nice touch. Not a ton of games that do that. Oh yeah, you can milk the little star thingies that come out of those ships, or those mines. I don't know if this game has any extends or not. Yo, DMC. This looks not so intense. No, this is Gates of Zendocon, which was an Atari Lynx shoot 'em up. This is the Steam port, but it's basically a solid emulation of the game. Oh, never heard of it. Yeah. Yeah, this came out in 89. Well, that's right. That's a homing option. I forgot about that. It's been so long since I played this. That thing is super helpful. Yo, Corkman! Big chunky pixels indeed, yes. Pixels of Zendocon, if you will. I wanted an Atari Lynx as a kid. I remember, I've told this story before, but I remember lying on the floor at my grandpa and grandma's house, and they always had the Sears Wish Book and the JCPenney catalogs and stuff like that. And I would flip through and look at all the NES games and Game Boy games and stuff, and they had an Atari Lynx section. And so I got to look at all these game boxes and screenshots and stuff, and so I always wanted one, but I never had one. I only just got a Lynx within the last, year and a half, and I still don't have any games for it. Oh, I do need repairs, because that one component blew off. I wonder if my option will go with me. Or... Oh, yep. Okay, cool. Kind of poor design there. Downloaded the Epics collection, and it has a lot of more interesting games on. Yeah. Well, Epics was the company who designed the hardware. You know, Atari released it, but Epics actually developed the hardware. And so, of course, they developed a whole bunch of games for the platform that ended up being many of the better games on the system. I think probably until Atari and a couple of others came to grips with what it was capable of. The only other notable STG on the Lynx is the other one that we're covering this month, which is Zarlor Mercenary. I mean, there've been a couple of... I want to say there might have been a Tempest game on the Lynx. There was a prototype of the original Raiden that came out, but it was pretty janky. It was never commercially released. And then here more recently, there's been a kind of a Space Invaders Galaga style game on there that plays in Tate, which is kind of cool. But yeah, there wasn't much shmup action on the system, but early in the system's life, you had 2 games, both of which we're covering this month. Don't remember if these things can be destroyed or not. Maybe not. I think this is one of those things where the slime will... Yeah, the slime will hurt you. So I'll have to repair. Uh-oh, I think my companion is gone. Nope, never mind. Just preoccupied with all the drops of slime. Yeah, not a very intense game, but it does ramp up here and there. It gets a little silly with how much they throw at you. Or how quickly you can lose a life when a threat comes along that is a little bit harder to deal with. I don't remember how many levels the game has either. It's quite a few. Yeah, big chunky hitbox indeed. But what's the quote? As was the style at the time. Yeah. Yeah, it really does have nice colors and, you know, it's very vibrant. I would certainly say it's more colorful than most shmups on the Famicom. And even a fair bit of what was on the Master System, except maybe for Fantasy Zone 1 and 2. I think the Lynx is generally considered an 8-bit system. Yeah, but I think it had a 16-bit graphics capability. I mean, it could do scaling, sprite scaling natively in hardware. and some other cool stuff too. I don't know about rotation. Yeah, it was certainly a very capable system for its time. Yeah, Blue Lightning is a good example. Or like, what is it? Turbo Sub. Trying to think of that arcade. Stun Runner. Oh, Lego Puppy Nados. Hey, how's it going? Yeah. Yeah, the Lynx was, I do think it was either... I think it was actually 16-bit, but I could be wrong. I'd have to double check my my sources on that. Yeah, M. Peter Engelbright. It says it on the title screen. Yeah, California Games. He did a lot of development for Epix back at that time. Yeah, and I think he probably programmed the Lynx version of California Games as well. This is on Steam, Corkman. There's a whole bunch of Epix games on Steam, and they're all like $5 a piece. So I bought this and Zarler Mercenary so that I could cover them this month. I haven't picked up the Epix bundle on Switch yet, but I'm thinking about it. The nice thing about the Steam release, though, is that it scales, and so I'm actually playing this in 4K right now, since my TV is 4K. Exactly, 4K Lynx. Why not? I know the Lynx's resolution was relatively low like the Game Boy. It's bigger, but it's not a ton bigger. Oh, that's right. I don't remember if it changes which level you go to. I think it does. So we'll go top path here. Zest. Yeah, things get a little rowdy here. Doesn't look like you can take out the cannon or the gunner. Okay, that's just an obstacle. Bill Gates of Zendocon. Hey, D-Tungsten. D-Tungsten is the Shoot the Corecast Discord server Atari Lynx expert. As someone who owned a Lynx back in the day. You have 3, but only 1 works. Yeah. I hope mine works. I don't have any games to test with it, but the guy I bought it from said it worked. And I've known him for a while, so I trust him. I actually bought a PlayStation from him a few years ago as well, so I feel like I can trust his judgment. Welcome to Zombocon. This is Zombocon. Anything is possible at Zombocon. Hey, PM. That must be a reference I don't know. Uh-oh. Woo! Okay, well, the hitbox did not fail me. Random serpent copter missile launcher dudes. Those are actually pretty sick. Yeah, 7800, nice. Yeah, I've got a 7800 as well. Mine's not modded yet though, so it only does RF. Oh, you got it new back in the day. Nice. Gotta head out. Good luck and later all. Thanks, Corkman, for hanging out for a little bit. Good night. Yeah, I picked up my 7800 a few years ago at a pawn shop. Boxed, although the box has seen better days. I haven't really used the Smart Bomb or the Shield yet. Zendocon is probably the world's oldest troll website. Does nothing but have a voice telling you how awesome the website is. As far as I know, it's still active. Transferred from Flash. Oh, crap! When Flash stopped being supported. Huh! Interesting. Oh! I'm about to lose a life here. My first death. Just have to hang on. Oh, crap! There it goes. Yeah, 2600 is great. No, this is Atari Lynx, PM. This is on PC, actually. Several of these games got released on Steam, and so this is the Steam port of this game. Which is pretty slick, actually. Like I said earlier, it actually scales to 4K. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, Todd's Adventure in Slime World, right? That's on Steam as well. And I think that's in the Switch bundle that you can buy. Oh, okay, you got that on Steam as well. Nice. Yeah, big pixels in 4K, exactly. Big old fat pixels. I have my 7800 hooked up in on a TV in the bedroom, a CRT. I just haven't messed with it in a while. And my 2600 is put away because the 7800 plays 2600 games. Have a hard time playing any console older than the NES. I understand that. I grew up playing a lot of Atari. I mean, my first video game experience was Pac-Man and Combat on my uncle's Atari, Christmas 1982. And so that was my exposure. And then stab. That's funny. That's the password. Oh, okay. I do have extra lives. Because I had 5 before I took a death. I must have earned 2. And my next door neighbor for several years had a 2600 and NES. And we played both. We just went back and forth between them. So I played a ton of 2600 games as a kid. There were a couple of other kids I knew in school who had 2600s as well. Oh, that's cool. You can earn their like you can steal their powers. Budge. I'm not sure how to mitigate that. You kind of just have to wing it. Little screen sweep. Whoops! I just crashed right into that thing. I was lucky that I didn't take a death. Definitely some hitbox shenanigans going on. Played a bit of old Atari games, but yeah, just can't get into them. My dad owned one as a kid, so he has some good memories of the 2600. Yeah, absolutely. A Pong clone console? Yeah. See, and my dad had a Sears Telegames setup that was like a sports games thing, which basically was just multiple different variants of Breakout. Breakout and Pong, I think. But that was fun. He never had an AC adapter for it, though. We always just had to use, it was either C batteries or D batteries. And over the years, it chewed through those things pretty bad. I'm sure it needed capacitor replacements or something. But eventually he got rid of it. And, I wish he wouldn't have, because I look on eBay now to find the exact unit that he had, and it was, if I want one, I'm going to have to spend a few bucks. Oh, you've got it now. Nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pitfall is great. So many hours in Pitfall. What do you think, Peaches? Okay. Oh, I should have landed. Crud. Well, that's probably gonna... I'm probably going to regret that decision. What's cool is that you can see it's unusual for a game of this vintage, but this has tick points. Because you can see the score racking up as I'm causing damage on these things. Highly unusual. Oh yeah, Chips Challenge. Classic. This is like the shmup equivalent of that Buddha statue boss in Shinobi. Huh. Yeah, Chips Challenge was originally a Lynx game, but then got ported to all sorts of computers and stuff. Yep. Oh, I missed the gate. Okay, I do need to grab a repair here. Yes! I got my buddy back. Yeah. Yeah, they're not terrible. It's just a matter of doing consistent damage and not getting in their way. That one's kind of dangerous. Oof, that was close. Hard to take out. You just have Slime World on Steam, no Chips Challenge. Interesting. I would have thought Chips Challenge would have been on Steam. Even if it was just a PC version that had been updated. Oh, it's just not in your library. Got it. Oh, it's all the versions. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Brought. Oh, 25 bucks. Okay. Yeah. That's a harder pill to swallow. Okay. Stuff's spawning on top of me. Not cool. Not a big fan of that. Okay, so I kind of just have to keep moving in this level. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this upgrade. Yeah, it was ported to Genesis, and curiously enough, it also got a PC Engine CD release. Todd's Adventure in Slime World. So someone over in Japan liked it. Yeah, that wave cannon is a pretty sick upgrade. And I forgot that you could pile up some pretty sweet upgrades in this. Oh yeah. Commander Keen games are definitely out there on GOG and possibly Steam. 8 players? I thought it was 16 with Slime World. I don't remember for sure. It was either 8 or 16. I remember being impressed by that as a kid, thinking, wow, you can like link that many together. Because I linked my Game Boy together with others to do F1 race, but you had to buy a separate peripheral to do that. The Link, you could just daisy chain them to get the links. You could just daisy chain the systems together, which was such a cool idea at the time. If memory serves, you didn't need an extra piece of hardware. The old Duke Nukem games. Yes! Oh man, I played so much of the original Duke Nukem on PC. And even Duke Nukem 2. The original Duke Nukem 3D is awesome. Very good game. A must play, in my opinion. If you even remotely like first-person shooters, Duke Nukem 3D is a must play. C-3PO! Shut down all the garbage smashers on the detention level! Yeah, I played a lot of Commander Keen as a kid, too. The first 3 episodes, especially. Goodbye, or, Keen Dreams was good, but the first 3 episodes really were my bread and butter. Uh-oh, did I lose my eye? Did it get smashed? Might have. Oh, that's too bad. Secret warp in one of the early levels in this game, or what? Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. I wonder if that's where I took the top gate instead of the bottom gate. Probably eventually play Duke Nukem 3D. It's another old game I hear a lot of good things about. The thing you want to do is, when you do that, get it from GOG, and then use the source files that are provided with eDuke. I think it's eDuke 32 or something like that. There's also a recent conversion that's come out that turns all the pixels to voxels, which looks pretty cool. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you could. I mean, I own more games than I could play right now, realistically. Hold down and right arrows as you begin level TRYX until you pass through the floor. You will end up on a secret path that leads to a warp to a level that has no code. At the beginning of the level, you will get all the alien helpers, then fight a wave of clones of the heads of the developers. At the end of this level, you'll warp to level NERB, which is an earlier level, allowing you to loop as many times as you like before completing the game. That's cool! Would you drop that in the Discord? I want to make sure to have that for the podcast outline. Oh, you just got that off of GameFAQs. Okay, cool. Yeah, very, very nice little detail there. Very cool Easter egg. Yo! Oh, that's right. That's those satellite dish thingies. Yeah, satellite dishes that shoot eyes. I like the sort of green brain matter background. That's pretty cool. What got me into shmups? I don't know. I've kind of always been into them. But I mentioned my Atari experience as my first gaming experience was that Christmas '88. But one of my other early gaming memories was my family went out to eat one time, and my dad was not one to spend money on arcades, but this was a restaurant that it was an arcade and a hot dog restaurant kind of in one. And when we were waiting for our food, for our hot dogs, my dad unexpectedly dropped a quarter into a Galaxian machine and plopped me down in front of it. And I was probably 6 or 7 years old. And that left an impression on me. And then, of course, a couple of years later, when we moved, and that next door neighbor with the 2600 and the NES, you know, getting to play Defender and Vanguard and all sorts of cool games at his house on the Atari, plus cool NES games like Legendary Wings and 1943 at a friend's house and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just kind of always been a part of my gaming experience. And yeah, just always kind of been a part of my experience. Ah, and I did get another life. Nice. Well, I'm playing on the easy track. So I'll have to try this again on hard at some point. Got to play Space Invaders when you were 6 at a hot dog place, which is somewhere on the same street that Galloping Ghost Arcade is on. Nice! Yeah, and of course, the Pizza Hut in my town had a Galaga machine forever that I put a ton of quarters into. So that was a thing. Yo, okay, that was kind of... Get him, buddy. Heck yeah. Okay, I'll need a repair, but I got through it. Yeah, I definitely played Space Invaders on the 2600. And Galaxian and Asteroids. Chopper Command. Awesome game. Ooh, Double Dragon. Double Dragon. Or multiple dragons this time. Sweet. So fast food non-chain Had a few arcade... Star Wars, Zaxxon. Nice. I think I only got to see Zaxxon in the arcade once or twice. Yeah. Oh man, 3 of them at once. This is hardcore. Yes. Okay, you're not going to be cruel and give me 4 at one time, are you? Nope. Okay. Hydro Thunder. Yeah. It was the only arcade game your local Arby's had. Oh, interesting. The Arby's here in town used to have arcade games years ago. The last one I think they had on the regular was either Fast and Furious or one of the later cruising games. But they finally gave that up within the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. Sadly. I'm guessing that is hazardous. Oh, fudge. Not hazardous so much as hindrance. Boy, you got to do a boatload of damage. Oh! Oh no! Oh, crap! That was not a good idea. I'm facing off enemies from multiple areas of the game here. Holy crap! Okay, this is a wall. Zeta. Oh, I wonder if this is like a final-ish level. There we go! Oh, there we go. Okay, this has got to be... because that's what greets you at the title screen. Or the intro of the game. So I'm guessing that's the final boss, maybe? Okay, yeah, that's, he keeps moving up, so you gotta... Oh, crap. Wow. Oh, final level should be 52. Okay. This is going to be a lot of, this guy's going to take a lot of damage. Not sure how I'm going to get this done. Because he's going to keep moving up until he crushes me. Crap. Dang. I don't think I can actually... Yo! Okay, really? That is trolly. Ah, really? Come on now. Dude, seriously. I'm gonna lose all my lives here. I'm gonna have no idea how to get any further. Okay, maybe I gotta kite some of these eyeball things further forward so he doesn't drop as many back at the back of the screen. Oh my gosh! How? Yeah, he tracks you. That is cheap. I mean, you can kind of sit here milking the eyeballs and just not damaging the main boss. Holy cow! Maybe that's the better strategy. Kind of a goofy boss fight if that's the case, but yo, more salty with the raid. Holy cow. Welcome in, everybody. This is ridiculous. Well, nope. I messed that up already. Thank you for doing the shout out, D Tungsten. Seems like after a certain point he acknowledges you as a threat, pulls his sleeves, and comes after you. Yeah. That is crazy. That is a very nasty boss fight. I'm gonna have to look that up. Because I'm not sure how you would deal with that, quite honestly. It's so tanky that it feels like you can't destroy it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to scope that, see if I can figure out what's going on. Looks like the publisher has a few games releasing in the future: an old Amiga game called Leatherneck, and a Spy Hunter clone called Major Motion. Nice. Practice with save states. I would, but I don't think this probably... Oh, it does have a save. Well, how about that? Okay. We might have to do that next time. Save the game right before the brain boss fight. But yeah, you can go into the display options. Whoops. And you can see it sees it as full 4K. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the level codes, exactly. You start with nothing, which isn't the end of the world, but it would sure be nice to get there with some alien companions. Yeah, and you can even remap controls if you want. Of course, it's Steam input, so it's not ideal, but anyway. It's decent options in this Steam version. Okay. since that's such a long game, I'm not going to have time for another run. But I feel like that was pretty good. I mean, I got relatively far on my first credit. Play some Zarler on original hardware. Oh, do you have that one? Yeah, that would be good to get some perspective on that. Because like I said, my Lynx, I don't have any games for it. So I can't really do anything with it. Had it back in the day and still do. Nice. Did Spy Hunter ever have an ending? Good question. I do not know. Oh, you have a bunch of Lynx games. Very cool. Let's see here. Doesn't look like there's a ton going on shmup-wise. But let's see here. It's a puzzle game I'm not familiar with. Huh. Marble Madness.
Rubber Kitty, thank you so much. Very kind, Rubber Kitty.
Oh, here we go. We could go from Lynx to Jaguar. Sega Nick is playing Checkered Flag on the Jaguar, which is supposed to be notoriously bad. Yeah, my heavy metal shirt with all the various metals on it. Well, what else is going on here? Jaguar Core could be an update all soon. Yeah. Snake Rattle and Roll had an ending, but who honestly saw it without a Game Genie? Certainly not me, because that game was hard. Oh, let's see here. What loop is this? It's a Japanese streamer playing original Gradius arcade, but that's a lot of bullets. I'm thinking this is not the first loop. There's an unstable Jaguar core. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's see here. Oh yeah, Gradius loops. And it gets pretty wild. I guess I'll let chat decide. Gradius or Checkered Flag on the Jaguar. Yeah. Yeah, they shoot more and more bullets. You should see Gradius 3 arcade 4 or 5 loops deep. It's pretty bonkers. But yeah, Gradius or checkered flag on the Jaguar. I'll let chat decide. Gradius loops or bullet hell. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, well, we'll do Gradius. Quite a few people watching this streamer, so. All right. I guess we'll see if I can find. Does it get to a point where it's impossible? At some point, the difficulty maxes out. I don't remember how long that is, but at some point the difficulty maxes out, and then it's just a matter of endurance. How long can you last? I'm trying to think of what it is, but there's stories of an older, not necessarily elderly, but an older lady in Japan who goes to the arcade and just sits and will loop Gradius multiple times because she can, drop in a 50 yen or 100 yen coin or whatever it is and just play for however many hours. So anyway, oh, thanks, D-Tungsten. I appreciate that. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this raid now. I'll probably be back tomorrow with more of this, and then we'll see where we go from there. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you for playing, and game on.